Happy Friday. I just thought I'd make a quick video giving my opinion in regards to what I feel people should take away from the congressional baseball shooting that took place 2 days ago. For those of you who have been living under a rock, or I don't know, looking at this 30 years from now and don't remember that event. 2 days ago, there was a liberal Sanders supporter who asked or inquired if there were Republicans at this event after finding out there were shot five people, two officers. House Majority Whip Scalise, who's currently in a better condition than he was when he arrived at the hospital, all of that jazz. Um, but I wanted to really delve into what needs to be taken away from this event. Now, I frequent one website which I go on for the sake of call it a curiosity, and the users on there were rejoicing in Scalise being shot as a result of purported 2002 claim of him by him that was attributed to him rather of being David Duke without the baggage, which to my knowledge we don't have any audio recording or anything that can actually verify that, but nonetheless, so that's a bad thing for him to say. And that's part of the reason why I don't support him or any other candidate. The problem is, it doesn't matter to me what he said years ago as much as it matters to me that he not die. And I want him to not die because I recognize the value of life. I can recognize that's somebody's son, that's somebody's father, that's somebody's husband, that's a person who, by all accounts, has been a productive member of society. Forget what his policies did. He still has not directly gone after anyone in the mold of actually being, I don't know, some thug or criminal. And even if you were, that's still that person matters to people in their own life. Now, again, the individuals who said this negative stuff about him disagree with his positions. Problem is, though, the shooter, the person who shot him, disagreed with his position, which fueled him to commit this act of senseless violence. And it's as if they can't recognize that it's not good, or it should also be bad when it happens to a person you're not in favor of, because if someone doesn't like you and this happens to you, you wouldn't want them to say, "Oh man, I hope he dies. I hope she dies." What has to be the matter with you to even suggest that? And I was very happy to see that the majority of Democrats and Republicans in office were, issuing their condolences and hopes for his survival. But the counselor to the president, Conway, she went on TV earlier today and stated that if she were killed, people would on Twitter would have applause, and she's correct. We live in a society where what one person feels about something and how one person spoke to another, and maybe a couple of things they did in their public career that we weren't satisfied with, now makes it to where this person, if they pass, it's this magnificent event. I remember when Bin Laden passed away or was killed 6 years ago, and the rejoicing that I saw and the happiness and faces filled with joy. As much as I am anti-death penalty for reasons I stated earlier in this video or in this stream, I'm so used to doing videos. I still did not feel a sense of happiness because all I could be reminded of rather, were the people that died at the hands of an operation that I knew, even with him being gone, there are plenty more people with sick minds willing to do the same thing and take up the same mantle. So you just got rid of the figurehead, not necessarily the crux of the argument, which is stopping this from happening again. But nonetheless, it made sense to me why people who had lost family members and loved ones in 9/11 would be just gratified by that. And I guess it's really this idea of being able to understand the other person's perspective that I'm not seeing from a number of commentators online that have gone there, have said, good, I'm glad this happened. We have to start seeing people as people and not going after their life because they had some policy that we disagreed with, which, in my opinion, is the exact same thing done here by the perpetrator of this crime. Not to say the people who say something are as bad as those who do it, but it's still terrible. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe.